Okay, market cycle. This video I want you to take a note because didn't have in our ebook. Number one, we will know how to entry, and I will teach you rules market cycle. Okay, first let's go on how to entry. Okay, how to entry. For example, I see here H4 record by H4 BO. Okay, H4 BO. So like I said, we are at phase 1. Phase 1. Okay. When I'm at phase 1, what I need to do? Okay, phase 1. So let's say we want to entry buy. We can conti buy until we are form. We can conti buy at phase 1. Phase 1. Conti buy until VR is formed. Okay, until VR is formed. Okay, for example, like this, H4 backward buy. So what I want to do, I will look for VR at small time frame. For example, let's say here M5 VR, then M5 CF. Okay, M5 VR, M5 CF. Pull back, entry buy. Boom. And then I will wait for M15 VR, M15 CF. Pull back, I will entry buy. After that, I will wait for M30 VR, M30 CF. Pull back, I will buy. And then later, I will wait for H1 VR. H1 VR. So what I need to do, H1 VR, H1 CF. Pull back, buy. Or I want to repeat SOP here, also can. Better repeat SOP. Here. Pull back, buy. So we know when H1 VR is formed, I know H4 BO, H1 VR. This is my range. See, market cycle. Okay, phase 1. Okay, before I go to phase 2 and phase 3. Okay, before I go to phase 2 and phase 3. This is here, phase 2, and here. Sorry. Okay, here. When price going down, it is our phase 2. And when price going up again after CF, this is phase 3. How to entry phase 2 and phase 3? Also the same as a phase 1. But wait, I want to explain a bit market cycle. Market cycle move in sequence. Okay, for example, market cycle, I said, okay, let's say I want to trade, I want to trade, set up H1 BO. So inside H1 BO, we know H1 cycle is H1 BO, M30VR, M30CF. This is H1 cycle. Okay, this is H1 cycle. But before M30VR, M30CF is formed, we can do scalping. Means H1 cycle, inside H1 cycle should be M30 cycle, M30BO. Inside M30 M30BO, and then M15BO, and then M5BO. M15VRCF, M15CF, M5VR, M5CF, M1VR, M1CF. Okay, so this is the cycle. Inside H1 cycle, I will draw. Inside H1 cycle, this is H1. There also M30. There also M30 cycle, M15 cycle, M5 cycle. Understand? H1 cycle, there must be M30 cycle, M5, M15 cycle, and M5 cycle. Like I told you earlier. M5 breakout point. Okay, let's say this is H1. This is H1. H1BO. Before H1BO is formed, there must be M5BO by, and then M15BO by. After that, M30BO by. After M30, then H1 is formed. So M5, number 1, M5 form first, and then M15, and then M30. After that, H4BO by complete. Okay, so now I repeat again. Cycle VRCF. Okay, for this example, our range, our range H4, right? H4. So we are waiting for H1VR and H1CF. While we are waiting H1VR, so we can trade start from M5, M1VR, M1CF. After that, we can go to M15 cycle, M5VR, M5CF. After that, we go to M30 cycle, M15VR, M15CF. After that, we can go to H1 cycle, M30VR, M30CF. After that, then H4 can form. So the price must start from lower time frame. M5 form first, then M15, then M30, then H1. After that, H4 cycle will be formed. Okay, so we just can continue like this. For example like this, H4. Once I see M5VR, M5VR, M5CF, then pull back entry. After that, after M5VR, M5CF, after here, then we go to the next cycle, M30 cycle, which is M15VR, M15CF. Okay, pull back, entry, boom. After this M30 cycle complete, we want to wait for H1 cycle. For H1 cycle, M30VR, M30CF. So like this lah. M30VR, M30CF. Pull back entry. And then after this complete, now we can wait for H4 cycle to complete. What are we will waiting for? We will waiting for H1 VR. Okay. So phase 1 is settled. Now when H1 VR, can we trade VR? Yes. We can trade as a phase 2. Like I said, it is a risky because against direction. But still we can entry when SOP is complete. Okay, now H1 VR. No need. Now H1 VR. So what we can do here? Same. H1 cycle. Okay, cycle VR CF. Cycle H1 M30VR M30CF. Before cycle H1 complete, what I said, lower time frame must complete first. M1VR M1CF. And then after that, M15 cycle, M5VR, M5CF. After this complete, M30 cycle, M15VR, M15CF. After M30 cycle complete, then we can go to H1 cycle. Okay. Simple. Maybe if you are first time here, you will get confused. But later on, it will be very easy. The problem is not here anymore. There is another problem for you. Okay. Okay, then I will entry like this. Okay, I will just take VR. I will just take VR. Or like, okay, here I want to entry at phase 2 the VR. Then I draw one more time. H4BO. Then H1VR. So my range, okay, this is my range. Okay, settle. To that, like I said, firstly I will wait for M5VR, M5CF. Pull back, entry, and then what I will do, I will wait for M15VR, then M15CF. Pull back, set. After that, I will wait for M30VR, M30CF. Pull back, set. Until here. When price at our barrier or origin, okay, this is H4 BO buy, right? And here, this is the red one, I call it origin zone. This is origin zone, this is VR zone. Okay, so when price at here, I will less likely to sell. What I will do, I will wait for breakout by H1 CF or H1 BO buy. Okay, H1 BO buy. And if H1 make breakout buy, okay, if H1 make breakout buy like this, so what I will do, phase 2 already settle. Now what I will do, I will repeat SOP using my market cycle. Okay, cycle TRCF. I just write it again so you can understand clearly. But for me, it's I didn't need to draw this table again. Like say I said I want to take H1 cycle. So H1 cycle M30VR M30CF. So first M15 cycle M1VR M1CF. But M15 cycle I always skip because I didn't like M1 VRCF. M1 is very tricky, okay? So I just let it go. I wait for M15 cycle to play. M5 VR, M5 CF. Okay, like this lah. M5 VR, M5 CF. Pullback entry. After settle, I entry, then I wait for M30 cycle, which is for M15 VR, M15 CF. Then I will wait for M15 VR, M15 CF pullback entry. After this M30 cycle complete, then we will wait for H1 cycle. What is H1 cycle? M30 VR, M30 CF pullback entry. Just like that. That's how I use market cycle. Okay, later we will go the rules of market. After that, okay, after this we can go to chat. Okay, I don't want to make this video longer. Okay, see you in the next video for rules of market cycle. Okay.